It's my birthday today. 26 years old, and today is a very, very joyful day. I want to talk about purpose today, and I want to talk about your gifts today because last night I got inspired. All right, I got inspired. I'm 26 years old today, and I feel so old, girl. Anyway, I got inspired yesterday to write an autobiography about my life. I realized that I had one of my old diaries that I wrote for about the first year and first month of my 5-year relationship. And in that diary, it's literally a read of how I was so passionate, how I knew what I was coming into. I was coming into my own. I was a young adult. I was learning. And then, boom, I met a man and I lost my passion. I lost my passion for writing in that year. I wrote in that book almost every single day. And that diary entails where exactly I lost myself, how I lost myself, how I was naive. And I would like to write an autobiography about it just to get my story out there. Now, two of my good friends told me throughout the years, you will be really good if you wrote an autobiography. People want to hear about your life. People want to hear about the situation that you went through. And I thought, my life is so boring. Who wants to hear about my life story? And I was at a point where I wasn't ready to tell my story because I guess I was still going through it, and I just didn't think that my voice mattered. I didn't think that my story mattered. But getting this story out there is so important to me. It's so unique to me, and I realized that this is an exciting story. And I'm super excited to tell this story because I'm at a place now where I can write I can type my diary up on the computer, and I can read my diary, and I can reflect, and I can include that in this autobiography book because I've learned so much from a young adult to now an experienced adult, a grown woman, and it's a lot of details in there about the things that my ex would say to me, and I just was so naive. And now that I read it back, I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you open your eyes, girl, he trying to tell you something. So read my book, you guys. It's coming soon, and I'm so excited about it. So the difference between purpose and gifts, what is the difference? A gift is something that you're good at. You could be good at sewing. You could be good at writing. You could be good at interior decorating. That's a gift, right? You could be good at coaching. You could be good at, training somebody. That's a gift. Something that comes natural to you, something that you're comfortable with, and something that comes like second nature to you. But what is purpose? See, the difference between a gift and purpose is that your purpose is something that you get excited about every day, something that motivates you every day to continue to do your gift. Take a celebrity, for instance. Someone who grew up doing drama classes, they absolutely love it. It's their gift, but is it their passion? Because once they get in the industry, they lose that passion for that gift. And why is that? Because it's not their purpose, right? So growing up, I loved to sew. I would sew my jeans longer. I would sew, I went to private school for 2 years, so I sewed my skirt higher. People wanted me to do it for them. I sewed my shirt tighter, and no, I was not a loose booty. I was not, out there. I wasn't a wild child. It was just that I liked to look good. I love to look good. That's all. So what happened was, my mom was like, oh, you should, sew this, sew that, sew that. And, my sister would be like, oh, can you sew this shirt for me? And I'd get so annoyed. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I sew the shirt. And I would sew it, and it just wasn't a passion. But when I would do it for myself, it was just a gift. It was a gift, but it wasn't my passion. Sure, I could go and make money and become a seamstress and all that stuff. I was supposed to do, my sister's bridesmaid dresses for her wedding, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I liked to do. It was just something that I did for myself. It wasn't my purpose. You know, I wasn't passionate about that. So writing, on the other hand, you know, I get an essay in college, you know, the professor says only 10 pages max. I could write 20 pages because it was my passion. And I had to, you know, literally confine myself to that 10 pages. And even in my job as a case manager in social work, I had to write up case notes. I could write a whole page, but you know, they don't want every single detail. They just want the basics of what happened in the situation. But me, no, I gotta write every single detail, and it's gonna be long, honey, because writing is my passion. So, and to write books, you know, I'm all about that. You know, I started writing my autobiography, and I'm like, man, this autobiography is gonna be done in no time. It's gonna be done in no time. And I put, you know, maybe 2 weeks tops on it, because it's an autobiography about myself. It's an autobiography about my life, you know? So all of my thoughts in my mind, they just flow onto this paper like it's nothing. And I always thought, man, my life is so boring. But writing it down, I was like, this is exciting. This can help somebody else, you know? So this what I'm putting out there is an expression of my life. It has all of my flaws. It really does. It has every single flaw in my life. Any embarrassing moment that you've had and you want to keep it inside your head or between you and that person, it's in the book. It might be, you know, a lot of controversial topics. It might be a lot of naive thinking, stupidity. You know, people might read it and laugh at me. People might read it and cry for me. People might read it and, you know, shake their head, you know, because they don't understand, because they would never let that happen. Or maybe they might, you know, keep reading because they understand and they did let this happen before, or they are letting it happen and they want to know more. So this is my autobiography about a 5-year relationship that I had, but I can only fit the first year and 1 month into this book, you guys, because the other 4 years is a circus and a story for another book, okay? So this is going to be a very, very exciting year, and I can't wait to begin writing my story and to put it out there before I turn 27. So today I'm 26. And I'm so excited to share my journey with all of you guys. I finished writing my first fiction book, so that will be going out after I write my autobiography, which I plan to publish my autobiography by February. My fiction book will be out around the same time. So stay tuned, and, you know, stay tuned for these daily updates. I'm trying to post every single day. If not, you know, I post at least 3 to 4 times a week. So look at your success and stay blessed.